Welcome back to another video. We're doing an intake and a diverter valve in my buddy's car. It's a MK5 GTI. Before we start the video, hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below what you guys want to see next. Let's get started.
We're going to be unplugging the MAF sensor, then taking it out with the T20 Torx.
Kind of pull on it. There you go. It just comes out, and then what are you trying to grab for, buddy?
Just trying to hold the cable for you, buddy.
And these just come out with a T20. Don't forget that it goes in this way. If you put it in this way, you're gonna have problems.
Make sure when you lay it down, lay it somewhere nice. You know, these MAF sensors are very finicky.
Alright, so now that that's off, put the MAF sensor in a safe place and just kind of pull these springs off. You got one on both sides. There you go. And now you have to get these off. Okay, these worked. Just put it up here for now. And wiggle it out. Pop that out. Just like that. And this should just pop out.
A little tough to take the cover off. Just don't be afraid to pull a little bit.
Yeah, there you
Start
go.
from the bottom, probably smarter. Now we're going to be removing this part of the pipe. That was kind of a pain.
Yeah, you gotta get down and dirty. Let me tell you that much.
All right. Well, at least we can get started putting in the new intake. All right. Here is the intake. There are 2 1/8" bungs and then 1 1/2" bung. This is meant for the Boss big turbo kit from CTS. So if you're stock turbo, just make sure these are hand tight. Everything's plugged up.
All right. So one thing you gotta look for is 4 posts where your stock engine cover mounted, and if there's rubber grommets left over, you gotta remove them. It can be kind of difficult.
Tony's over there working on that piece. I'm going to be putting this together. You just need this grommet, the provided screws, all together in one bag. These are just going to be lined up correctly. Get the screws in, and then you have your heat shield. Alright, so this grommet comes in. There's a little piece that looks just like the engine cover mount, and it just slips right on. You push that in. The entire original vent system is gone. When you put this in, there's going to be a bolt you're going to reuse, or you can use the new one. Put that right in there, and that's where the air is going to be flowing directly to the intake. All that's left is just tightening up that hose, and then getting the rest of the intake on, and we'll see how she sounds. There, you get that pipe nice and in there. We still don't know. This is meant for the Boss kit. Pull your hand away real quick.
Yeah.
There's that cover, that plastic thing right there. Not sure how well it's going to sit. We'll find out the hard way once we get it all installed, though. But there was no extra bolt to cover it up. There's something. And there's no hoses back there that it leads to. This piece, if you're in the middle of the installation, you don't know where it goes. There's an extra hole here. You're going to have an extra one of these little screws that you use to put this heat shield together. It's going to be going in this hole right here. And then there's this weird part that didn't even have a bolt in the first place that's going to be sitting on top of right here. Alright, so just push that in. Make sure they both meet nice and snug. Just like that. Just make sure everything sits tight now. Okay. That's good.
This bolt that I'm tightening down right now holds the heat shields, and it's holding this pipe in place too, so it's like a 2-in-1. Make it snug, so now it's not going anywhere.
Okay, now the MAF sensor goes back on.
Hand tighten it. Definitely want to go by hand because you do not want to strip it, and don't drop it either, because that won't be fun. Okay.
Now we are going to be jacking up the car, getting underneath, and installing the diverter valve.
All right, I'm under here doing the dirty work. Right here, diverter valve. This has to come off. 1, 2, behind here, 3 bolts.
All right, so our friend is lucky. Got revision D. So it has a plastic basket. So you're just going to follow the instructions. It's going to teach you how to pull these off. Usually they're all relatively the same. You're just going to take this, pull it off. You're going to take off the spring, put on the new spring right here. That's going to fit right in here. Then you're going to take this new piece. You're going to take this new piece right here, shove that on, just like that. Now, diverter valve goes on, or the new part of it. Fit that just like that. We're going to have to screw them in. You're going to keep the yellow O-ring, the OEM O-ring that's already in there when you pull this thing apart. Put this baby on. So you're going to take their supplied spring. Put that on the top.
You got to put some oil on this. You got to use their 3 new bolts, though. Don't reuse the ones that came with it because they're not long enough. So you got to use the new ones.
Anybody who's thinking about the benefits of these, it doesn't really necessarily add too much sound to it. The biggest difference is on the original diverter valves, they slowly open and close. Even if you go from minimal throttle to full throttle right away, it's going to slowly open. Thanks to this diverter valve, as soon as you push down on the throttle, it's immediately going to open right away and give you a much better throttle response. Yeah, so you got the supplied bolts in there. Tony's going to go ahead and get back under there.
Yes, I am.
See how it sounds after that as well.
Also, a little bit of oil in the O-ring won't kill anybody.
Yeah, true.
Alright, well, that finishes the install on the intake and the diverter valve. Made a lot of cool noises. Next, we're doing a catch can. We're doing it now, but technically it'll be the next video. So make sure you guys like, subscribe as always, get us to 1,000 subs, and we'll see you guys in the next video.